Together we made it. We made it even though we had our backs up against the wall.
See, a nigga survived the worst, but my life is glorious. Better know that I leave that be hurdle and I'm so victorious. Take a look, I'm a symbol of greatness, not call a nigga Morpheus. As for securing the win, but to believe I'm so notorious. You know that I've been about my bread, even though we rapping now. We used to live on the strip, even though a nigga higher level trapping now. I superseded every one of my little struggles and failure has never ever been an option. A nigga paper long like rush hour traffic and I'm about to take a hood shopping. Get it?
Together we made it.
See, we did it,
We
niggas.
made it even though we had our backs up against the wall.
Come on.
Forever we waited, and they told us we were never gonna get it, but we took it on the road, on the road, on the road, on the road.
Ride with me.
What's up, guys? How you doing today? Great. I'm your boy Anton Kriminal Mosley. Welcome to another episode of Criminal's Deep Thoughts. This is episode 43, Memorial Day Mayhem. I know that we kind of got off a little bit late on this episode, seeing the fact it's at the end of the month, but hey, at least it's in the month of May, so bear with me, alright? Been a lot going on since the beginning of the month, and I'll get into one of those in just a little bit. I got a great show lined up for you guys, and I hope you sit back, relax, get your popcorn ready, and enjoy it. We're going to get off with some top stories that have obviously people have been talking about since they happened in the month of May, so I'm definitely going to get on that. Plus, the Crim Sports segment is coming back, but I wanted to make it sound a little bit more professional this time, so we're going to call it Crim Sports Central. Anything that has to do with sports is going in this segment. Okay, so Crim Sports Central is making its debut on this episode. We're gonna have a few topics about that as well. And believe me, there's going to be a surprise revelation in that segment. When you find out what it is, you're gonna be like, what? Tell me he did not just say that. No, wait, let me do it in Booker T's voice real quick. Tell me he did not just say that. What the hell? That's what everybody's gonna be saying right there. When I say that, when I say what I'm gonna say, everybody's gonna be saying that. I promise you. I can see it right now. Somebody in the back of my head going, what the hell? Watch. I guarantee it. We're going to have, of course, our freestyle session, which will be somewhat a little bit different this time. You know, the first one I did a poem, the second one I actually rapped. This one, well, you'll see. You'll see. Also, we're going to be doing the birthday shout-outs for the month of May, which we do every month now. So if you've had a birthday in the month of May, I will definitely acknowledge that on this show. And of course, you know whose name is going on the top. That's right, me. But enough of that. Finally, before the show's end, at the end of the show, I'm going to address a friend of mine who I've lost a couple years ago. And if you work with me, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I want you guys especially to sit down and just hear what I have to say about the matter. And it's going to be very emotional. It's going to be a sort of a tribute. And I really hope that you guys understand where I'm coming from throughout this whole thing, because I still remember this day. And I'll never forget this day. For the rest of my life, I'll never forget it. So it's going to be a heartfelt moment at the end of the show. So I hope you guys are ready for that. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get this show started. I will see you guys in the traditional 3 seconds. Peace. Let's go ahead and start out this episode with the first topic of the day, which happens to be my 29th birthday, which was earlier this month. I'm now 29 years old and I don't feel any older. I still feel the same. You know, it's just another year. They say it's a year older, a year wiser. Well, it is a year. I am a year older, and I do feel a year wiser, because a lot of things, you know, popped into my head and basically made more sense than it ever did before. But that's beside the point. What I want to do here is I want to thank every single person who wished me a happy birthday this month, and the gifts that came flooding in, I could not have asked for anything else. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much. I had a blast on my birthday. It was a great time. I celebrated it the entire week, and You can believe me when I say that I got a little tipsy. Alright, let me stop lying. I got drunk on my birthday, okay? I did. I got drunk on my birthday. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna beat her up. I'm not beating around the bush anymore. I'm just telling you, straight up. I got drunk. Of course, everybody's gonna get drunk on their birthday. That is, if you're old enough to drink. You know, if you're not old enough to drink, then shame on you. But y'all do it anyway, so whatever. Do you. I had a great time. It was one of those moments where this is it. You know, this is like the last year in my 20s. And I know I hate to say it because every time I say it, it's just like, 29, you're almost at 30. You're at that peak. So I'm like, great. But I don't even feel like I'm at my prime yet. That's the weird thing. I'm not even at my prime yet. I think when I hit 30, I think that'll probably be when I'm at my prime. Because I think a lot of more opportunities open for me, so I can't wait to actually hit that level. So, I'm going to enjoy this as much as I can until it's over. But again, thanks to everybody that sent me birthday wishes. I really appreciate it. Well, you all know that hurricane season is about to come back, especially those that live down here in Florida as well as I do. So we got to be prepared for it. We've already had 2 named storms early. But I don't know. They said that every time we had like an early storm before hurricane season even started, it hasn't been that busy of a year. But I don't know. I have this gut feeling that we might have an active hurricane season this year. I just have that feeling. So I want everybody out there that lives in Florida, be prepared, be ready. Because I got a feeling there's going to be some craziness going on this year. We've already had Alberto and Beryl. And I don't know who's coming up next. You never notice people when they get all excited when you have like a tropical storm or a hurricane named after you, but it kind of sucks because of it is named after you and it comes to like a category 4 or category 5 and does damage. You kind of feel bad, don't you? I mean, I got nothing to worry about because I will never ever see a tropical storm or hurricane named after me. If it was, I'm like, I don't want any part of that. Because let's just hypothetically say that there's a hurricane coming this way, and it just happened to be named Antoine. You know, it would be like a category 3 hurricane, and it just takes out the East Coast. And I'm like, I can't go back outside after that. They're gonna be like, I can see somebody right now. You see what you did? You see what your hurricane did? I'm like, I had no parts of that. They just named it. I'm not going to sit there and claim it. You kidding me? So don't get too happy if you're one of the names picked for this year's hurricane season because, you know, you might not like the result. I'm just saying. Alright, we've had some crazy things happen in the month of May. You know, and everybody can't, you know, you can't look away after it happened. You're just like, you're in shock. The one thing that I'm definitely talking about is the story that happened with the mother and her 4 kids. That had to be the most shocking event I've seen this month. And it's just amazing. I mean, not amazing in a good way, but it's just, why in the world would someone go to that length? I mean, I can probably understand the history that she had with her kids and her husband, I guess, but to take it to that level is just uncalled for. How in the world are you going to have a standoff with police, SWAT, call your kids into the house and pick them off one by one and then shoot yourself? What sense does that make? It doesn't make any sense. I, for one, was shocked as hell when I found out about it. I was going to work, and I was just getting on my computer, just, you know, typing up some things, typing up some ideas and some letters and emails and things of that nature. And all of a sudden, I look on the news, and I see that. Mother kills 4 kids, then kills herself. Like, what? Why is it that everything bad happens in Florida? It just gives our state a bad name. Like, everything happened. I mean, if you don't believe me, look, we had the Casey Anthony ordeal, which took God knows how long, and it's still going. And Jose Baez is writing a book. Forget that. Then, of course, we had the Trayvon Martin ordeal, which that's still going on to this day. And now we've got a mother who kills herself after shooting her own 4 kids. How do you go through with that? How do you deal with that? You know, how do you deal with that? You know, the smart thing to do, instead of having a standoff, just be responsible for yourself. If you know you're going to be in trouble, just let it go. Just do what you're supposed to do. Do the right thing. Don't be stupid. Because of that, 5 people lost their lives on some dumbness. And 4 of them were kids. Kids! Didn't know what was going on. You know, they were just out enjoying themselves, having a good day, and, you know, going outside, and next thing you know, yeah, your mother calls them back inside, then has a standoff with SWAT, which doesn't make any sense to begin with. But during the whole thing, you just hear shots fired, 4 kids dead, then she kills herself. People are shocked, people are crying, people are screaming, people are panicking. You know, somebody in the back would have said, you know what, do the right thing. You know, if you know you're going to be in trouble like that and it has to come to that, turn yourself in. Don't take it to that extreme level because it doesn't make any sense at all. There's no point in it. I feel so bad for those kids. I really feel bad for those kids. You can just imagine how the rest of the family feels. But the kids, you know, it's like, why, you know? It doesn't make sense to me, man. I mean, it's going to be harsh to say this, but I know where that mother's going. For shooting her kids and then taking her own life, she's going to hell. She's going to hell for that. I'm sorry. Why would you kill your own kids? I don't know, it just doesn't make sense. Man, I guess Resident Evil actually came to life recently. I know everybody's heard about it, but it's just the most bizarre story I've ever heard in my life. And I didn't even think it was actually possible. But, lo and behold, everybody's heard about this homeless guy that ate off this guy's face. I don't know what the hell happened for him to do that, but that's just crazy. Really? I think the only thing I've never seen anybody go to that length to try to eat somebody's face off. I mean, that's a weird way to, you know, try to take somebody out, man. I mean, I can't even make a joke about it. I mean, I was gonna say, you know, it's like that guy must have been really hungry, but I would have taken it too far. How do you... And did you see the guy's face? I don't even want to talk about it. It's just, that looked like a horror story for real. Like Resident Evil came to life. And there's like one zombie out there and they just had to take it out. But not before he had got himself a victim. It was another homeless guy. What in the world gave this guy the incentive to go find some random homeless guy, tackle him on the ground, and start chewing off his face? You know, I don't even know how to explain that. You know, where's Leon Kennedy when you need him? Get Chris Redfield out on the scene. We gotta find this guy. But I know they've taken care of it already, but it's the whole principle of the whole thing. A guy eating another guy's face. A cannibal, if you will. I guess a homeless cannibal, if you will. There's nothing really more to say about that. Why in the world would this guy go over and eat somebody's face? What? It doesn't make any sense. I'm shaking my head at it because I'm like, what in the world is going on here? And it's just like, well, damn. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, if I ever see somebody on the street corner running after some guy, knocking him down, and then start to like, I wouldn't say eating his face, I wouldn't say trying to like beating him up or attack him or something like that, but if I see that, I'm sorry. I gotta walk away. Because you know how some of those guys like dark meat. So I'm sorry, that was a bad taste. But I had to say it. Hey, it's my show. I had to say something, okay? Sorry. Ah. Hey, what's up, Bobby? Go ahead and give me something to drink, dude. I'm thirsty. Thanks, appreciate it.
Was arrested last year in an assassination attempt against then decorated police officer Troy Bradshaw.
You gotta be kidding me, Gat.
Was convicted of 1 count of attempted murder and a staggering 387 counts of first-degree murder.
Damn.
Promptly sending him to death row.
Hey, Barry, turn this shit off.
Hey, man, what's wrong with you? I was watching that.
I guess you're not anymore, are you, bitch?
Oh, I gotta be a bitch, huh? Here, motherfucker, have some. Hey, can you turn that back on, dog? I wasn't finished watching it.
In a few short moments, we'll be allowed back in the courtroom and we'll find out once and for all if Mr. Gadd will go home a happy man or a dead one. Back to you, Jack.
Oh, shit.
Hey, man, put that on that nigga's tab, dog. What's up, peeps? Welcome to Crim Sports Central. Now, it used to just be, you know, Crim Show news and Crim news and things of that nature, but we're going to try something different, make it sound a little bit more professional. I've got 3 sports that I'm going to be discussing with, and one of them is going to be a big surprise. You'll see what I mean. First and foremost, let's get right down to the NBA. Basketball is on right now, and it's getting hot and heavy. We got the Eastern Conference, Western Conference finals going on. The Eastern Conference between the Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat, and the Western Conference between the San Antonio Spurs and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, let me talk about the East really quick. Miami Heat is going to be the favorite to win this series, of course. But don't doubt the determination of the Boston Celtics now. They didn't get this far for nothing. So you got to give them that. But I think the big 3 in Beantown is going to be, you know, saying goodbye because, you know, their contracts are up. So they're going to be free agents. At least 2 or 3 of them are going to be free agents after this season's over, regardless of what happens. So I think Rondo, Allen, Garnett, you know, Pierce, that whole conglomerate that they had for the past few years is about to get split up. Hopefully not. But, you know, who knows what's going to happen? You know what I'm saying? I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll stay with the team. Maybe they'll get picked up by another team. Who the hell knows? Now, the Heat, on the other hand, right now, I guess they're dominating. I guess they're doing their thing. But can they keep it up? They don't have Chris Bosh. So can they keep it up with the team that they have? I can tell you one thing. I think Udonis Haslem is probably one of their, I wouldn't say diamond in the rough, but I think he's one of those players on the bench that's like, all right, I'm going to really do something for this team, and I'm going to make a statement out there, and I think that's what he's doing. So I can expect the Miami Heat to probably pull this out within 6. If it goes to a Game 7, they're in trouble. They're in trouble. Now, let's go over to the West, where we have the Oklahoma City Thunder against the under-the-radar, nobody talks about us, why are we even in this conversation, San Antonio Spurs. These guys are amazing. They've won 20 games in a row, including right now being up 2-0 against Oklahoma City. A stat that just came to my mind, it just came to me, and I heard it probably on TV somewhere, that any team that goes up 2-0 in a series has won that series 94% of the time. 94%. So am I saying that we're going to see the Heat and the Spurs in the finals? There's a possibility, but I'm not counting these teams out just yet. Granted, I'm not a fan of all 4 of these teams. I'm not. But again, you have to give credit where credit is due. Not only are these guys playing for the NBA championship, but you all know what else they're fighting for. Whoever wins the NBA championship is a lock-in for the 2012 Crim Award for Team of the Year. So they got a lot riding on this right now. And I know the Heat want it. They want to win this. Then again, so does San Antonio and Oklahoma City and Boston. So who's going to walk out not only with the NBA championship or the NBA Finals MVP award, who's going to get the Crim Award as well in November? We'll find out in June. And there will be a segment on that as well. Be ready for it. Are you ready for some football? Yes, but we still got to wait another few months. But nonetheless, there's been a lot of news going on in the NFL. The NFL draft is over. Done. We already knew that Andrew Luck was going to be number 1, going to the Colts. Robert Griffin III going to the Redskins at number 2. But some of the big steals happened in the first round. For example, Claiborne to the Cowboys. That was a steal. Not only was it a steal, it was a huge steal. Another steal that happened, my Carolina Panthers. We got ourselves a defensive player in the first round that we desperately needed. And I'm so glad we got him. But we also got a steal at the wide receiver position. Yes, we did. We got Adams. Joe Adams. I think it's Joe Adams. But we got a wide receiver in the draft, and that was a steal, especially the round he was picked in. So I have nothing bad to say about my team's draft picks this year. We did a good job. I think a lot of teams did a good job this year. But that's not really the big issue. The big issue, of course, is down in New Orleans, where, you know, that whole bounty thing happened and everything just went completely out of hand. Your miles was taking the rule book and throwing it out the window. They're like, you know what? This is the rule book right here. NFL rule book, buy. That's exactly what they did. They're not, I mean, give me a break. And because of it, Sean Payton, suspended for the whole season. Can't even coach his team. He can't even be nowhere near his team. Can't even sit in a box. I'm like, really? Jonathan Vilma, he's in trouble. Suspended about 8-9 games with an appeal that's still going on. 2 defensive players, defensive coach, in trouble. Can't be there for 6-7 games. Williams can't go over 8 games. New Orleans is in trouble, son. New Orleans is in serious trouble. Are they going to be a threat in the NFC South? We don't know. That's the one thing I'm worrying about. Plus the fact Drew Brees hasn't even signed his contract tenure yet. So that makes it even more confusing. Will the Saints be the same dominant team that they've been for the past few years? I seriously doubt it. Do I have to worry about it? I still do. But the fact of the matter is this. The NFL season's getting crazy. It's getting hectic. Everything's about to blow up. And did I mention the Madden cover is Calvin Johnson? Yeah. Megatron, watch your back. I know you don't believe in the Madden curse. I know you don't. But every player that said that they didn't ended up getting hurt. Okay? I'm just saying. Okay? But just be careful out there. I think if anybody can break the Madden curse, I think it's you. I think it's you. But we just have to wait and see, right? One more tidbit that I just found out, that the Miami Dolphins, yes, the Miami Dolphins have been the team selected to be on the new season of HBO's hit show Hard Knocks. So the Dolphins training camp, we get to watch this from beginning to end and see if Ryan Tannehill can actually make a difference down in Miami. I don't know. This guy's been getting so many weird vibes from people. Some good, some bad, we don't know. But we get to see it on film. We get to see Reggie Bush again. Only this time he doesn't have to have a Kardashian on his arm. Sorry. But still. Hard Knocks is coming out soon, and the Miami Dolphins were the team that were selected. So, should be interesting to watch. I'll watch it. Shit, I'll watch it. Why not? Here's the part of the show where everybody's going to sit there, look at me, and go, "What the hell?" Listen to this. For the first time ever, I'm going to mention hockey in a sports segment. First time ever. So you might want to sit and listen to this. The Stanley Cup Finals. Normally I wouldn't talk about it, but this year makes it a little bit more interesting. We have the New Jersey Devils going up against the Los Angeles Kings. Devils against Kings. Good versus evil. Sounds like a David and Goliath story if you ask me. Well, in turn, it is. Because the Kings are the 8th seed in the Stanley Cup Finals. And from what I hear, they're already up 1-0. Okay. I will give them that. Now, who do I think's going to win? Again, I'm not a fan of hockey. But I would love it. I would absolutely love to see an 8th seed win the whole thing. Just to prove to everybody out there that you could have the worst record and you can have the worst seed in the playoffs. And you can still win a championship. So, LA, your Lakers might not be in anymore, but you still got your Kings. I say, go LA Kings. Win. Do it big, and then, LA can't be mad anymore. At least they got a championship in their city, but not for the sport that they want. At least they got something. Give them that, okay? Just give them that. But hey, I'm just saying. Well, everybody, it's that time again to give out birthday shout-outs for the month of May. This is your turn. This month is a very special one because, of course, my birthday is in May as well. So, to everybody out there that has had a birthday this month, I would like to extend my birthday wishes to you, even though you probably got them from me already on your day. But regardless, we're going to acknowledge you right here, right now. So on behalf of me, my staff, and of course, my little buddy here, my minion, we would like to wish you a very happy birthday. Oh, no. Guess what is happening? Yes, this is happening. It's about to happen. We back, doing it again one more time. I'm about to freestyle right here on the mic tonight. I know this is about to do it for show. This is a freestyle battle, so you know how it goes. And I'm here, doing what I can for y'all. And everybody knows that I'm about to have a ball. Are you ready to go? I'm doing it for show. And everybody knows that I can't take it no more, because I'm back on the mic, doing what I can. Everybody knows that I am the man. Are you ready to get down? Because y'all know I'm representing no town, because I'm back here in the home to die. And I'm about to do it right here tonight. But if you want to be like that, that's fine, and bring it. Because I'm about to do it right here, because I'm going to sing it. Are you ready to go now? Because I'm back and I'm doing it again. And you know I'm gonna bring it to y'all until the very end. Do you believe that it's going down? Yeah. Do you believe that it's going down? Yeah. Are you ready for another round? because it's coming one more time, doing it again, having my fun with my fans and friends. You all know that I'll do it for sure, and I'ma keep on going until I'm not here no more. Wait a minute, man, I'm not done. Bring it back. One time, do it again. Here we go, one more time, about to rap and sing. You know that I'm about to freestyle it now, cause everybody knows that I'm rocking it now. But this what I do. Y'all know what's up. Kriminal right here, but I don't give a what. No, I'm not gonna say that here, but guess what? I'ma sing it one more time. Are you ready? No, I'm not doing it right now, but I'm about to show you what the deal is. Are you ready to go now? Because it's back again. What am I gonna do next? Because you never know what to expect. Because it's ready to go now. Yeah. Yeah. Well, guys, that's going to wrap it up for another episode of Criminal's Deep Thoughts. I hope you guys have enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it, because I think it was a lot of fun. But before we close out the show, I told you in the beginning that I was going to say a few words about a dear friend of mine that I lost. And I'm going to say it right now. May 27th is a day that none of my coworkers will ever forget, especially if they've hung out with this person and grew up with them. You know, of course, I'm talking about my late friend, Jennifer Raquetta. She worked with us at Buffalo Wild Wings. Y'all know where I work at. But she worked with us, and she was always high-spirited. She had so much energy, and she was just fun to be around, you know. And it was unfortunate that we lost her 2 years ago, and it was one of those, you know, one of those moments where no one would ever think that it would happen. You know, it's one of those moments where you have to say, you know, why her? It just didn't make any sense to any of us. You know, after we all got together and we said our piece, you know, we all went back to B-Dubs that day after the memorial service, and, you know, we all made a toast to her. But the real thing that I can tell you guys right now is that nobody wanted to talk to the press, nobody wanted to say anything. I was the one that made the decision, that said, you know what, everybody's not gonna, you know, nobody wants to say anything, so I'm gonna say what I feel. You know, I'm gonna speak my mind and put myself out there, which I did. I think I was one of the only ones that did. And because of that, I was thinking to myself, you know, they told us not to say anything, they told us not to, you know, get involved with the press and everything like that. But, you know, I told myself, I was like, look, somebody's gonna have to go up and say something. Somebody's gotta step up and represent, not only just for her, but pretty much represent for the whole company, which is what I did. I didn't say anything wrong, I just said how I felt, you know, and I know that what I said on camera was pretty much what anybody else would say, you know. When I went to work, after it was over, I thought to myself, okay, I'm gonna get in trouble for this, somebody's gonna write me up, and I'm like, then I thought to myself, I was like, look, I spoke my mind. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. It's called freedom of speech, people. Use it. Alright? I got talked to by my managers, who I had at the time, and they pulled me to the side and they said, you know what? You have got the biggest heart I've ever seen from anybody here. You know, everybody got scared, everybody didn't want to say anything, they were too heartbroken about it. I mean, granted, I was too, but at the same time, I was the one that got up there. I was the one that stepped up. I was the one that said something. You know, because of that, I was, you know, complimented on it. You know, everybody's like, you know, we're glad, you know, somebody had to go up and say something, and we're glad you did. You know, it's still gonna be embedded in my mind today and for the rest of my life now. But May 27th was her birthday, and I know that it meant a lot to me because I really, you know, I didn't really hang out with Genro, you know, outside of work. But when I was at work, we always talked. We always had conversations. She would make us laugh. She would just make anything seem better. I could have the worst day in the world. I go to work and I see my friend, and everything's fine. Everything will be fine. That's the vibe that she brought, and that's the vibe I got off of her every time I went to work. You know, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. But I lost a good friend 2 years ago. And to this day, she still remains a part of my life in spirit. You know, I know that there's a lot of people that think the same way, but I'm speaking from my heart. Jen, we love you, we miss you, and we know that you're smiling down on us from heaven, saying, you know what? Keep me in your thoughts, keep me in your prayers, because believe me, I will definitely keep you in my thoughts and my prayers no matter where I go. And because you gave me more motivation than ever to keep doing what I'm doing, then I will do everything for you. Alright? I'm just letting you know now. So Jen, I know you're probably watching from above, but you know, I'm doing all this for you. So from my heart to yours, in front of my whole staff and all the co-workers, I'm going to speak my mind once again. Freedom of speech, people, use it. I'm going to say happy birthday. I'm going to say that I love you, I miss you, you are a great friend, you are a wonderful co-worker, and I will never ever forget you. You may be gone, but you will never be forgotten. I guarantee you that. Now that I spoke my mind, I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day. I want you guys to enjoy the rest of your day too. And I will see you in the month of June for my next episode. And I promise you it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm Anton Kriminal Mosley again. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for taking your time out to enjoy this episode of Criminal's Deep Thoughts. This has been episode 43, Memorial Day Mayhem. Holla at your boy. The champ is out. Peace.